I feel like a boy trapped in a girl's body, and I didn't understand me.
She unashamedly identified as a man.
I came out to tell the whole world I was gay and I was proud.
What eventually changed her mind and gave her a new perspective. That and more on today's 700 Club Interactive. Well, welcome to the show. Here's a look at this week's top 5 trending stories from Studio 5.
At number 5.
Whatever happened to predictability?
Fuller House is back for season 2 on Netflix as of December 9th.
And in this house, with this family,
It's always open!
you never really know who's gonna walk through that front door.
Hey, my people!
And just in time at this house,
The creator of the Full House series, Jeff Franklin, is the new owner, and he brought part of the cast to San Francisco to kick off the next season of the Netflix revival, Fuller House.
according to The Hollywood Reporter, Jeff Franklin paid a little more than $4 million for it.
It's become iconic, and I understand that 500 people a day stop by here.
At number 4,
This year marks the 70th anniversary of the timeless Christmas classic, It's a Wonderful Life.
Excuse me.
Excuse you for what?
I burped.
a young Jimmy Hawkins played the role of Tommy opposite Jimmy Stewart.
What do you remember most about Mr. Stewart?
He seemed like a nice man at the time, but it was an actor doing a scene. Same way with Donna Reed.
Hallelujah!
Hello. George! George, darling, where are you? George, darling, where are you? Oh, George.
Celebrating 70 years, Paramount has released a platinum anniversary edition of the famous Frank Capra film.
Someday at Christmas, we'll see a land.
A standing ovation for Stevie Wonder comes in at number 3, but not for music.
I am just one example of someone who is able differently, and yet I beat the odds.
He addressed the United Nations on the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities.
Imagine if others like me were given the opportunity to function at their full potential.
On that note, a Studio 5 shout out to this guy and his amazing wheelchair tricks. In this recent Great Big Stories feature, it's clear spina bifida and 21 surgeries hasn't stopped Aaron Fotheringham from being an extreme athlete. Now to number 2.
Where's Missy?
Missy!
Where's Missy? Sorry, Mac, they haven't seen her.
Missy!
A first look at The Shack, starring Sam Worthington, and based on William Paul Young's 2007 New York Times best-selling novel. The story follows the spiritual journey of a man who suffers severe loss.
Mackenzie Allen Phillips. I've been looking forward to this.
Do I know you?
Not very well, but we can work on that.
Oscar winner Octavia Spencer plays the role of God in the film, which also stars Tim McGraw. Due out in March, this is already being called one of 2017's most emotional and wrenching cinematic releases. Now, number 1.
Kimberly really likes the farmhouse feel.
More than 80,000 Christians have signed petitions urging HGTV to stand behind Chip and Joanna Gaines and their wildly popular Fixer Upper series. The couple has faced heat from the LGBT community for attending a church that supports the Christian and biblical definition of marriage.
Jojo, watch this.
The couple has not publicly or directly addressed the controversy, but Chip tweeted a call for fans to respect the author of the BuzzFeed article that started it all. In another tweet, he said, "In times of trouble, you'll find the Gaines family at church."
That's a great tweet. In times of trouble, you'll find the Gaines family at church. And we've got Ephraim here.
Good to be here.
Where do you think this whole controversy is going with them?
You know, it seems to me, and this is certainly my hope and prayer, that HGTV is going to stand behind them and let the series continue. They attend a church where the pastor subscribes to the biblical definition of marriage. Yeah. And this author of the article questions whether or not they support gays or lesbians, or whether or not you'll ever see a gay or lesbian on their show because they attend this church. The pastor of that church has released a statement saying that we are in no way anti-gay, anti-homosexual. We are simply for Christ and Christ's love. The gays have not responded to it beyond saying we're going to continue to go to church, and also calling for fans to respect the author of the article that started it all. Sad to say that we saw a couple of years ago, we saw the Benham brothers out of North Carolina.
Their show got canceled.
Their show got canceled before it could even see the light of day because of a similar campaign. But people who've read the article, seen that there's been no response from them, have called this a witch hunt and unfair. If you watch this couple, both on television and their personal story when they share it, there is nothing but a beauty and love. They tell how God united them and helped to essentially save each other. Their business has revitalized tourism for Waco, Texas. People are coming in droves to see them, and they're inspired by the show and what they do, giving people hope. So my hope and what I pray is that they'll stand behind this series and this will blow over. It's just sad to see these attacks continuously coming against people who stand for their faith.
Is this sort of an overreach here? I mean, in a way, it sort of smacks of some things that happened back in the 50s, where are you a fellow traveler? And, okay, we're going to now examine what church you go to.
Yeah.
And if you go to the wrong church, or if you go to a church that actually is Orthodox Christian, then you don't get a voice anymore. You don't get to be on television. You don't get to have a show. You don't get to participate. You shouldn't be involved in politics, all of these things.
Absolutely. It is overreach indeed, painful to watch. And I always say when things like this happen, when I get to dialogue with people, remember, you're praying and asking people for acceptance. Christians deserve the very same thing, acceptance for who you are, without judgment, without being critical, and without punishment. Even if you don't agree with me, allow me to be me. And you're doing exactly what you say you oppose when you do things like this. I hope this one blows over, but yes, it is indeed overreach. Too much, much too much.
Okay. Are we going to stop overreaching?
I don't think so, but we'd like to.
I'm seeing it increasingly.
I know,
it all started with the attacks against the people that donated to Prop 8 in California.
Absolutely.
And a retaliation. And there's no other word for it.
Yes.
It was an absolute retaliation. You give for pro-marriage initiatives, then you won't be employed anymore.
It is unfair.
And this is going to follow you the rest of your life.
Unfair.
And we're going to make sure that we exact revenge. Is the only word you got.
Painful to watch, but unfair, and we'd love to see it end. But it's hard to believe it's continuing. But it is.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. I'm ready.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
Round 2.
I tell you, now, here's some things I learned about It's a Wonderful Life in talking to Jimmy Hawkins that I did not know. Number one, it didn't do well at the box office. No, it lost $500,000. What happened?
Well, it's made a lot of sense.
Yes, it certainly has.
Whoever has the rights to that.
That's the key.
Every year.
What happened was the studio forgot to renew the copyright. So it fell into public domain. Television stations then began to air It's a Wonderful Life because they didn't have to pay for it. It was free. And it caught on and on and on. And that's the success of it. Jimmy said that one cast member said that the movie itself has never changed, but the audience changed. And it's a story that we relive every year and people look forward to. But
it seems like it's almost become part of Christmas.
It has, I agree. I certainly agree.
You've got to watch the movie.
Yes.
You got to relive it.
That's right. That's like, it's not Christmas until you've seen the movie, until you've heard certain songs. It's got a special place in history. And there is a 70th anniversary edition out. I've got the DVD. It's Blu-ray. Been able to see it.
And the quality is good. Copyright on that one.
Yes, you've got that right. You've got that right. People are getting paid now. Lesson learned.
All right. Well, let's go on to The Shack, another movie. That was a book, and I remember it being just this incredible underground success where it didn't find a publisher. It was self-published.
Right.
and then it just sort of took off and went from nowhere to a whole lot of somewhere.
That's right.
And then there started to be some backlash against it.
I remember that too.
Are we going to see that with the movie?
I don't think so. It seems like this has been really highly anticipated. This trailer was released this week, the clips that you saw. And literally in the 2 days that it was released, the very first 2 days, it got 14 million views on Facebook alone.
Wow.
And then some more millions on YouTube. So it seems people are hungry for it. I had the pleasure of visiting the set of this movie. It was shot in Vancouver a little more than a year ago. And the set was beautiful. I got a chance to interview and speak with Octavia Spencer. She's really excited about doing it. And I think it's going to really resonate with people. The book is still very much loved. And March 3rd, it will come out. We've got a lot to look forward to in 2017 to watch and see how it does. I'd like to see it do well. And Octavia Spencer, from the scenes that I did get to see, does an incredible job.
It seems like it's going to be very, very moving.
Indeed.
As the book was.
That's right.
And something that is unimaginable for a father to go through, and then in that find it you're on your own spiritual journey.
Absolutely.
But what about the critique? Are we going to?
I'm sure it'll come back.
It'll come back?
I'm sure it'll come back. It'll come back. I don't think that's going to stop people from seeing it, but
it may actually cause people to see
absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
Controversy can sometimes be good.
You got it.
All right, when's it coming out? March?
March 3rd.
March 3rd.
March 3rd.
Okay.
Look forward to it.
Any Oscar buzz about it?
No Oscar buzz yet, but I would imagine I could see that happening. Octavia Spencer's already got one. She could use another.
Okay. What about Stevie Wonder?
Stevie Wonder.
Here he is at the UN.
I know.
He
has actually, since 2009, I learned he is an ambassador for good for the United Nations. When you think of Stevie Wonder, and you really forget the fact that he's blind. He is a musical genius. He talks about giving people like himself who suffers from disabilities just the opportunity and the chance to do well, and making sure that folks at the UN know that the work they've done, and there have been advances made, but at the same time, there's still a lot of people all over the world who suffer disability, who are abused, tortured, and he wants them to realize that needs to be a focus. Abandoned, you name it.
You know, the killed.
Absolutely.
Children.
Absolutely.
So we've got a long way to go.
We've got a long way to go, and he wants people to realize that, yes, we've done some good, but people with disabilities still suffer a lot of unjust punishment.
But we saw a wheelchair.
Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
Yeah.
That man, 21 surgeries, suffers from spina bifida, confined to a wheelchair. I forgot his age. He's in his 20s, early 30s, maybe, but 21 surgeries, spina bifida. Look at that. I mean, he wanted to skateboard.
I can't even do that on a good day.
I can't even walk up that ramp, let alone do what he is doing. I mean, and he does flips. He set a Guinness Book of World Record for the work that he does in extreme sports right there. Amazing. Amazing guy.
Amazing guy.
Yeah, I had to give him a shout out. You got that right. Indeed.
I may have to get out and take a long walk.
I'll follow you.
Well, Ephraim's weekly show is called Studio 5, and if you want to watch, you can check it out on Roku, Apple TV, or just go to cbn.com/Studio5. And Ephraim, always a pleasure. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for being here.
Coming up, these parents serve in the Philippine Navy, and sometimes their service keeps them away from their 2-year-old for weeks. Find out what gives them peace of mind when we return. Families around the world have experienced the life-changing power of Superbook, and today we take you to the Philippines, where one family has seen a positive impact in the life of their son. Take a look.
Ezekiel's parents treasure every moment they have with their 2-year-old son. Michael and Lori serve in the Philippine Navy and are sometimes away for weeks at a time.
Malungkot, nakakabis, makakausap na lang.
He's an affectionate and sweet boy. He clings to his dad when we say our goodbyes.
Ezekiel stays with his grandparents while his parents work. But Sundays are special because that's the day when they're all home together and watch their favorite TV program, CBN Superbook. Lori used to watch the classic version as a child.
I remember how the kids would travel to another place in time. Ezekiel also likes it when Superbook travels back in time.
Ezekiel has asked lots of questions about the Bible stories. Recently, they watched A Giant Adventure, and he learned how David was able to defeat Goliath by the power of God.
David shot with a stone and hit him here. Boom! Goliath fell down.
Who gives you the power?
From Papa Jesus.
Superbook helps me show him what's right and what's not good. It helps me explain who God is and what Jesus did on the cross for us. Now, he initiates prayer before meals and he says I'm sorry when he has hurt a playmate.
Ezekiel looks up to David, so Lori made him a costume, complete with a slingshot and sandals. When she heard about a Superbook Bible costume contest, she sent in Ezekiel's photo, and he won first place. Gizmo paid them a surprise visit to deliver their prize.
Ezekiel won a set of Superbook DVDs from Season 1. Now, he watches Superbook whenever he wants. We can also show them to kids in our neighborhood and hold a Bible study with them. I'm so grateful to CBN for the new Superbook. It gives children a chance to learn lessons from the Bible.
You can be a part of bringing the stories of the Bible to the children of the world. We're counting up over 100 million viewers of this program so far. Here are all the different languages. We've got it in 42 languages. We're on our way to 50 languages. We should have that completed for season 1 soon. Once we're done with 50, we're going to change our goal and say, how can we reach 500 languages with the stories of the Bible through Superbook? You can be a part of it by joining the Superbook DVD Club. How much is that? It's $25, and we have a special Christmas offer for you. Well, we'll send you not just one DVD for your gift of $25 or more, we'll send you 6. You'll get an activity book too, but there'll be 3 copies of the story of King Solomon, then 3 copies of the first Christmas. So you have 6 DVDs in total, and you can share them with your friends and family. It makes great stocking stuffers to put these DVDs for Christmas. So if you want it, call us 1-800-700-7000 and say, yes, I want to join the Superbook DVD Club. Well, up next, she identified as a man and wanted everyone to know.
I came out to tell the whole world I was gay and I was proud. And I lived my life the way I wanted to live life.
Find out why she says she was broken and what eventually changed her mind. Don't go away. When she was a young girl, Wanda Jo Taylor was considered a tomboy. And as she grew, that identity evolved into something different. Wanda Jo began identifying as a man. She was about to experience a road leading to heartache and her true identity.
Everyone knew Wanda Jo Taylor preferred jeans over dresses. They just didn't know why.
Boys was rough and tough like myself, and the girls was dainty and pretty. And, you know, and I was attracted to them, and I knew that at a young age.
Her mother, Opal, thought her youngest child was going through a phase.
I knew she was a tomboy, but everybody said, just leave her alone. She'll grow out of it.
But Wanda couldn't change what she was feeling.
Back then, you know, I felt like a boy trapped in a girl's body, and I didn't understand me.
Wanda Jo embraced her identity as a boy and started having sexual contact with other girls. She managed to keep it a secret until at 18, she got caught with a neighbor girl.
I came out to tell the whole world I was gay and I was proud. And I lived my life the way I wanted to live my life. I couldn't live my life with my mother, nobody. I did with Wanda Jo, I did my will, what I wanted to do.
It hurt. I cried every day.
After high school, Wanda Jo landed a good-paying job as a computer programmer and dove into the homosexual lifestyle.
I went to clubs, gay parties, gay parades. I did it all. I walked into a topless club, looking like a man, dressing like a man, smelling like a man.
I prayed all the time, hoping that she would change. But she went through so many women.
For the next 30 years, Wanda Jo pursued many women and had a few serious relationships. But they were chaotic, at times violent.
You're fighting and no trust, the jealousy, the envy, the drama that's in that lifestyle that I was in.
None of them gave Wanda Jo what she really wanted.
I was searching for love in all the wrong places. That's what I was searching for.
The one thing Wanda Jo never indulged in was drugs and alcohol. But when she nearly died after one of her lovers stabbed her, she found crack cocaine eased the physical and emotional pain.
I was just tired. I was so tired, I didn't know what to do, you know.
For 2.5 years, she lived at the mercy of a crack cocaine addiction and dropped down to a mere 98 pounds. Finally, Wanda Jo remembered something she learned in church as a child, that in times of despair, she could always call on God.
Next thing you know, I was so broken. My God, I was broken. I was tired so much of just everything. I went home and got on my knees and I cried out to God. And I said, God, take this away from me. Jesus, help me. And when he did a snap of a finger, blink of an eye.
Wanda Jo says her desire for cocaine was completely gone. And that deliverance by God fueled a hunger to return to church. She found one that accepted her, just as she was.
Never forget a day I was in the church. I had been going there maybe in my men's suits. They loved me. See, they let me come in the church broken, lost, as the sinner that I was. I was like, wow, they was treating me with so much love. And now he's talking the truth, the word. And now I'm getting this word in my heart.
Wanda Jo continued going to church and reading the Bible. For the first time, after 30 years living as a man, she discovered her true identity.
I opened up my Bible to the scripture that he gave me, and the scripture was Isaiah 43:18-19. And it says, remember not the former things, neither consider the things of old. God said, behold, I do a new thing, and a new thing shall spring forward. Shall ye not know it? I make a road in the wilderness and a river in the desert. But I read it the third time. And when I read it the third time, he said, remember not the former things, all the gay stuff and all that. He was right there and at the time. Neither consider the things of old, the drugs and crack and all that, and whoremongering, fornicating, committing adultery, lying, cheating.
Right at that moment, her mother called. Wanda Jo told her everything God had showed her in the scriptures.
Who are you then? My mama heard for 30 years I was gay, I was butch, and I was a stud. She said, Wanda Jo, 12 o'clock midnight, who are you then, Wanda Jo? I said, the old Wanda Jo is gone. I'm the new Wanda Jo. It scared myself. I said, woo!
Wanda Jo gave her life to Jesus Christ that night in 2007.
And when people see me now, they be like, they know they're looking at a miracle. I said, I'm just like Jesus, his first miracle, turning water into wine. The old Wanda Jo was the water, the new Wanda Jo is the wine. And I said, I'm a miracle, hallelujah. I said, I'm a miracle to myself. He took that desire away. I don't desire women no more. He took that desire away.
Today she works in full-time ministry, sharing God's truth and love to people she meets in Dallas, Texas.
I have a true and a personal relationship with God, and now, so that's why I was searching for love in all the wrong places all the time. It was Jesus who I was searching for.
It was Jesus I was searching for. When you find him, really find him, then you find the answer to every human need. You find what you were made for, because we were all made for a relationship with him. That was God's idea. That's why he put us in a garden, so in the cool of the evening, he could come down and talk with us. He wants to open your ears that you can hear His voice and give you the same word He gave to her, that all things can be made new. You can be regenerated from your innermost being, and the things you used to want to do, the things you used to identify with, the things that you used to think were, this is me. You'll find, no, the old things are passed away. Behold, all things have been made new. How do you get it? Well, with Wanda Jo, it was through a series of breakings. But here's the key for you, and it comes from the Bible. You'll find me when you seek me with all of your heart. If you want to do that today, not play games with God, but do that, call us, 1-800-700-7000, and just say, I want to find Jesus today. We leave you with this word from Isaiah, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will walk and not be faint.